Today is my birthday. It definitely doesn't feel like past birthdays. Feel a bit numb. Feel like I don't have a purpose today, even though I know I do. It feels like there's so much more work to do. Alright, so this last week was a busy week. Last really hard training week. It was really full. Had Monday morning class, Wednesday noon class, did a no-gi on Tuesday, did a judo private, striking, and open mat no-gi for an hour and a half on Friday, and then comp team and open mat on Saturday. I am burnt, which is probably contributing to my feelings of numbness this morning on my birthday. Finishing up 39 years and going into my 40th. I have a lot of reflection. I don't have any words of wisdom for those also peering into the void of your late 40s or mid to late 30s. It's a journey, man, and looking back, time just flies. I was trying to think of some times that I remembered the biggest birthday moments. Because you'll ask my wife, I'll tell you that I have in the past made pretty big deals of my birthday week. Some of my more fun memories happened on my birthday. I went to Austin one time, dressed up in suits on a 4-day weekend with some of my Army buddies. Who was there? Leon Reese, Timothy Morris, rest in peace, Martin Alsiger. Gosh, who else was in that? I gotta look up the picture again, but it was a blast. Went to Austin, went and got fitted for suits, and we went around all of Austin pretending to be emergency response executive from a big bank, if I recall. Now, we were in town on some kind of financial emergency. We were bailing somebody out. I don't remember. It was pretty fun. Made some good memories, had some fun. Anyways, I digress. So going into this training week, I had already felt pretty burnt out. That's how I always feel going into a tournament. The work is just so pervasive of my life. I'm running my body to the absolute limit, getting ready right before deload week. And right before this deload week, I always feel like I don't want to touch the jiu-jitsu mat ever again. And why am I doing this? What is the point of working so hard? And without fail, I do my deload week, I do my competition. At the other end of it, I feel rejuvenated, revitalized, and my purpose is clear again. So, that's what I expect to happen again this week. It's been a hard training camp coming up to World League. This is just a pit stop. World League is the dress rehearsal for Worlds in September. I am doing a gi and no gi, so I have a long day ahead of me next weekend. My son Gavin is also competing. He also had some hard work this week, which you'll see, or which you have seen. So I'm going to help coach Friday and Saturday morning. I have my own gi bracket around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then no gi, which usually happens between 6 and 7 p.m. So it's going to be a long day, and I'm sure I'm going to have some highlights or lowlights to show you in the results next week. A couple of things that I've been working on this week in regards to my jiu-jitsu game is I've switched more to A-game focus. I spent a lot of time between pans and now working on BC game, which is open guard retention, not just retaining my guard, but once my guard is passed, re-establishing my guard, getting out of sticky situations, staying calm under pressure. The last 2 weeks, I've switched focus back into A-game. So that is takedowns from stand-up, knee cut passing, outside passing, and pressure passing to get to my finishes. You can get too far into the weeds sometimes working on BC game where you lose focus and start to just branch out into too many things. And when you're doing competition, you really do have to pause your skill acquisition and just drill in what you're really good at. Especially coming into the comp, you need to be focusing purely on that. And so this week, really working on standing footwork, plan on getting some judo throw attempts in. this upcoming week supplement my wrestling takedowns. We threatened some of those Uchimata, Sotagaris, and even if we don't get them, it does open up the wrestling game quite a bit, which I've noticed. Keep people off balance. I'm actually really hopeful to open up and finish some rounds quicker. It's one thing controlling your opponent for 5 minutes. That is a dominant issue with jiu-jitsu, and it's get to high pressure passing and control. But I really am going to go deep into Worlds this year. You're going to need to make some early finishes. Save some energy for the later rounds. It is going to be a rough day if I go full 5 minutes for 5 rounds or 6 rounds. So World League coming up, focusing on A game, judo, wrestling takedowns, to knee cut, pressure passing, and hopefully some quick subs from there. And World League especially, I want to see if I can get some finishes in. That'll make me build my confidence up going into my 8-week camp for Worlds, which is back to another grind. Anyways, comment, follow, share. Let me know how you prepare a week before competition. Is it different for a local comp for you compared to a big national competition? Do you guys have any tips or comments for me? If you want to see whether there's some training breakdowns or round breakdowns or match breakdowns from open mats, technique breakdowns for things that I like to do, let me know. Thanks for watching. Catch you next week for maybe some results for the competition.